Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs in video games, and today I'm playing Monster Train. I've been unlocking new things in Monster Train faster than I can try them. I've got 1, 2, 3 new champions I have not tried out yet, but I've got to try out the new clan, which is also a new champion that I haven't tried out yet. So we're going to play the new clan, the Melting Remnant. And for the allied clan, I probably want to continue going down the lowest level, so that's going to be the Umbra. Yeah, that's going to be the Umbra. So we're going to do the Melting Remnant and the Umbra. Umbra will not be the lowest level for too long if I keep playing as them. And we're going at Covenant rank 8. Let's keep going up. So the Melting Remnant. First, our random starting cards. Extinguish. Deal 50 damage to the front enemy unit. When it dies, it does damage. That's kind of cool. You can have a buffer in front of your more important units, and that buffer explodes. Prismal Dust, we've seen this before, but we haven't played with it yet. Applying Damage Shield, we've got 2 of those. Having 2 X-cost cards in the deck that consume is pretty interesting. That means we probably want to have lots of Ember. And then consume. Gain 1 Ember for each friendly unit death this battle. That goes really well with the Entombed Explosive. And this lasts the entire battle, so this is basically like a power in Slay the Spire. When you play it, now you get it for the rest of the battle. Nice. Seraph the Patient. Seraph attacks every turn, applies melee weakness to your front unit, and gains attack on Rally and Incant. Right. I don't know what the best way to deal with Seraph the Patient is. It seems like a problem, but not a problem that I know how to prepare for. Anyway, let's look at the rest of the deck. We've got the Deadweight, of course. Drag Burnout 2. What is Burnout 2? Counts down every turn. When Burnout runs out, the unit dies. Okay. So they die on their own. They also die from enemies, though. Shade Splitter, of course, to get morsel units. And Train Stewards, which are terrible. Okay, well, that's a pretty weird starting deck because we've got units that get eaten and units that burn themselves out. So the only thing that stays is our champion. That's a pretty weird start. I guess we have the Entombed Explosive. Wait a minute. Those didn't show up in the deck yet. I had to click OK before those get added to the deck. Interesting. Now, let's upgrade our champion first so we can see the upgrades before we choose artifacts. Resolve. Reform 2. What does Reform 2 mean? Return a defeated friendly unit to your hand. Apply more attack and health. Give it 0 Ember cost and burn out 1. So you get units back, but they die after doing 1 thing, which seems perfectly fine with those 0 cost explosive units. So Reform 2 Resolve. So that happens at the end of every single turn. And apply an additional 5... Oh, Reform normally applies +5 attack, +5 health, but this applies +10. Okay. Or we could have our champion burn out. Oh. I don't know if I like that, especially because every single other one of our units is temporary. Let's not do that. The Rector Flicker? That was such a weird one. Okay. Now, let's get an artifact. Friendly units get more attack value. That doesn't seem too bad. Whenever you play a spell that would ascend or descend, apply Dazed 2. I really like this Iron Drop Cage, and I have never used it. It's just that I don't know if I'm ever going to find a spell that does it, so I can't pick it. Iron Drop Cage will continue to not be used. We're going to get the Worn Grindstone. And When played, your champion gets plus 50% attack or concussive coals. I really like my concussive coals. My champion, I don't know if it would do plus 50% on the 20 or the 15. I don't know if the Worn Grindstone takes effect before. Either way, I don't think the attack value of our champion matters as much, and concussive coals is just a great artifact. Let's take that. Alright. Weird deck. Let's see how it goes. Non-boss enemy units get extra attack. Of course we turn that on. Of course. Now, our champion... Our champion's probably going at the bottom because they get dazed at the bottom. And I really like putting the Dreg at the bottom too. We can't put all of the units at the bottom. Of course, one of them is a Train Steward. Who cares about Train Stewards? Alright, let's play the Shade Splitters, see what's in there. And we have just enough space at the bottom to put all of these here. Remember to put the temporary units in the back, because you don't want the morsels to get eaten by the temporary units. And then this Train Steward is going to go here, probably die quickly, but hopefully it might take out a Collector or something. Or, you know, that Trusted Priest. Overall, I think this first battle is going to go really well because of the number of waves in the beginning battles. The number of waves is really low at the beginning, and our burnout units won't burn out too quickly. So, Memories of the Melted. Oh right, Memories of the Melted is really good. I mean, we need something to do with all that ember, which I guess is the Prismal Dust. Yeah, I guess that's the Prismal Dust. So, Memories of Melted. Great. How do we know that we have that effect, though? Like, there's no indication on the screen that we have that effect. But we do, right? I don't like that there's no indication. Train Steward, you go up here. Take out the Collector for me. Shade Splitter. Give me another Rubble Morsel. We're gonna have so much Ember next turn. And then let's put another Dreg down here. And then I guess a Dreg here so he can defeat other units. Yeah, alright. These first battles are gonna be easy. We've got a deck that burned itself out after a little bit, but until the burnout happens, we're doing great. A brief respite. You know, respites don't work really well for our burnout units. Oh look, burnout 1. This unit will die unless it gets more burnout. So you can potentially increase your burnout to keep your units alive. We have to find a card that does that, but hey, seems nice. And damage shield 4 on our champion seems like exactly the thing we want. I had 4 Ember there. Why did I only have 4 Ember? I should have had an Ember because of Memories of the Dead and because of a Rubble Morsel. Why wasn't that 5 Ember? Why wasn't that 5 Ember? I don't know, and I don't like that I don't know. We're going to have to learn. We got 2 Dregs back, and we actually did not... So the burnout doesn't work for Memories of the Melted. Burnout doesn't count as a unit death, and eating doesn't count as a unit death either. That's unfortunate. Anyway, this is going to be really easy because we put 2 Entombed Explosives in the front. And just click the end turn button. Done. The damage shield did help a lot there. Great. That went very wonderfully. We have... These are different cards. They look the same to me. The art is very similar. So we can get more of the Entombed Explosives. Seems kind of nice. Apply Stealth 2 to friendly units. It's pretty interesting. Descend a unit, apply Dazed 1. See, now I wish I had taken the drop gauge. I do like Drip Fall. I don't think we necessarily need it, but I like it. So I'm going to take it. Just being able to apply Dazed to a unit is really nice. Just like I could descend a unit at the bottom just to apply Dazed, and I think that's valuable. Immortal Trade. Don't really like the Ember Drain 2. Not when we have X-cost cards in our deck. The Ember Drain 2 here also. However, all we have to do is put this on a unit that's about to die. We have tons of those. Like this one you don't want to put on a unit that's about to die. But Perils of Production, you can do that all the time. Yeah. The other option is Feast, which is really nice with Shade Splitter. The Feast is good too, but I think Perils of Production goes in the deck. Next, ooh, the Paraffin Thug. I've actually played with this card before. And then Harvest gained 5. Triggers when a unit on this floor dies. So this is any unit. This is if I slay the unit. The Wickless Tycoon is generally more reliable because he doesn't have to be the one that slays the unit. But the Paraffin Thug could be so good. Wickless Tycoon. I don't have any spells that kill units. I think I'm going to take the Wickless Tycoon. I think it's more reliable. Also, what's the unit essence? Oh, we could also sacrifice the Wickless Tycoon and put it on something else. I mean, we'd have to have something else to put it on, which we currently don't. Yeah, we currently don't. Still. Let's get at least one more unit other than our champion that sticks around. For that reason, I probably want to go on the right side here so that we see more units. Also, what spell upgrades would I even do? Like the Emberstone is always good, but a lot of the other spell upgrades don't help me because I don't have spells that do damage. So the Merchant of Magic would be particularly bad right now. Let's go to the right. And we want to get a unit before we go to the Merchant of Steel. Because what are we going to put on the unit? Hey, I could have both of them. Wait a minute. That's called a Wickless Baron? What was the one that we had before? Wickless Tycoon, okay. Also, very similar art. Look at that art. That's almost the same. One of them is a Baron, one of them is a Tycoon. So I could get the Paraffin Thug, which I said I wanted. But I could also get the Wickless Baron, which is quite nice too. I'm gonna go greedy strategy. Let's get tons of money. Tons of money, I say. Upgrade a unit to have Endless. Is that important when we have Reform 2 all the time? I don't know. Upgrade a unit with +5 attack, +5 health, and burnout 1. I guess that's useful if you already have burnout on a unit and you want to extend it. Yeah, there's no unit that I want to put that on, except for a Train Steward. No, we're gonna remove the Train Stewards from the deck. Alright, the only one of these that I want is the Battlestone. Let's click the Battlestone. Plus 5 attack, plus 10 health. I think that's good for the Paraffin Thug. Let's give him some more health. And then reroll. Ah, the Quick. The Quick would be so good on the Paraffin Thug, but we can't afford it anymore. I don't think I want to get these. Ah, darn. I re-rolled and then I didn't want anything that the re-roll showed me. That's so unfortunate. Actually, I could put things on Dreg. Like, Strength Stone on a Dreg? Let's do that. Oh, I could have upgraded my Dreg with an additional burnout. Whoops. I didn't even think about the fact that these are things that I could upgrade when I saw that. Whoops. That was just a mistake. And let's purge a card. Purge a Train Steward. We really don't need Train Stewards. And we don't want the Train Stewards to die because our champion gets them back. So they're particularly bad this time. Let's look at the Divine Temple, but not do anything. Upgrade a spell to gain Purge and cost 1 less. So that would be a way to get rid of a Shade Splitter. Do I want to get rid of a Shade Splitter? Having 4 of them in the deck is kind of a lot. Yeah. Let's put that on a Shade Splitter. Get rid of 1 Shade Splitter for the cost of 10 pack shards. And although I would like to sacrifice a unit, we just don't have enough units for me to click the sacrifice button yet. So we'll wait on that. Non-boss enemy units enter with spikes 3. Spikes 3. How bad is that? It means the dregs die instantly? The dregs die instantly, but the Paraffin Thug and the Wickless Baron are probably fine. You know what? Let's turn it on. I think that won't kill us, especially with our champion bringing things back all the time. Although I probably won't put my champion at the bottom because I did that. So I could play Rector Flicker on the 2nd floor, or we could put him at the bottom anyway. Put him at the bottom anyway. The fact that they're dazed at the bottom is kind of the reason why I'm choosing to put him at the bottom, even though it's not the best. And then a Shade Splitter gives me a Rebel Morsel, which can't be eaten because of the Worn Grindstone. Oh no. Alright, well, that was unfortunate. I guess we can put the Rebel Morsel in the front. But the Wickless Tycoon does harvest. Harvest happens whenever a unit dies, even if it's my own unit. So we're going to play a Dreg down here, which is going to die very quickly, and we're going to play a Rebel Morsel. The Rebel Morsel doesn't fit. Sad. I was going to play a Rebel Morsel in front, so it would die. Alright, well, at least the Dreg will die, and we'll get money for the Dreg dying. There we go. We've got the Paraffin Thug. The Paraffin Thug, we want to put it in front, typically. The Perils of Production can give us a lot of Ember, but that doesn't do much for us. Paraffin Thug could go on the 2nd floor, do good things on the 2nd floor. The Train Steward could go at the bottom here. This is killing our units, which is unfortunate. Oh, the Train Steward doesn't fit at the bottom. And our Rector Flicker is dying. Oh no, that's actually really bad. The Rector Flicker dying. And we can't stop it from dying. Because even if we play a drag down here, this one with multi-strike kills it. Oh, that was a mistake. Well, that was unfortunate. You're getting 12 because you're getting attacked once, and then you get the spikes damage. Rector Flicker dying is real bad, actually. You can't get eaten. You can have more rage, though. Rage doesn't really matter for you. Alright, bad things have happened. I guess the Paraffin Thug is going to have to go up here and defeat a unit. The Dreg... If I put this Dreg at the bottom... Actually, it doesn't matter which Dreg I put at the bottom, so let's put the lesser Dreg at the bottom. Because he can die, and that prevents the Wickless Tycoon from dying really fast. We want a Dreg to go up here. So if we put a Dreg here, thinking about it, do I want him in front of our little dude, or behind the little dude? Behind the little dude. The little dude will die. And then the drag only takes 3. You are killing something, so we get money out of you. If we put a drag in front of you, future turns you might not kill something, but you would kill something still this turn. Put a drag behind you. That way this drag survives slightly. And then we're going to put a train steward at top. We might actually need that train steward. Okay, so we could put rage on something that's dying, but nothing that's dying actually has a chance to attack before it dies. Yeah, okay. Putting my champion at the bottom with the spikes was a bad plan, and I'm seeing that now. At least I'm getting a lot of money. The fact that I'm getting a lot of money makes it just fine. So you are taking... let's see here. You are dying from him. Ho-ho, we could descend this guy and apply Dazed to him, though. I like that plan, because Dazed means that he doesn't do his 9x2 attack. Descend, you fool. There we go. Now we're defeating these guys, getting money. You die from thorns, currently. That's fine. You would burn out even if you didn't die from thorns. The Shade Splitters I should play. Actually, this Shade Splitter I should play, because it costs 0. The Rubble Morsel. I could play that down here, and this guy would actually eat it, because the Rubble Morsel wouldn't get to attack. Could have played it there too, I guess. Do I want to play the Train Steward? No, I just want to apply Damage Shield to somebody. Probably to the Paraffin Thug. Get 2 Damage Shield. Great. We're getting tons of money. I really like that we're getting tons of money. So Final Wave. The Final Wave is not doing so hot, but I do like that those two are dazed. You've got Burnout 2. So the Memories of the Melted will play it, but I don't think it's going to do anything. Oh, I read that wrong. I read this card wrong. Gain 1 Ember for each friendly unit death this battle. That is when you play this, you gain Ember for the unit deaths that have previously happened, not the ones that will happen after you play it. Got it. So we can apply a ton of damage shield. Excellent. In that case, let's put an Entombed Explosive in front. Another Entombed Explosive. A Dreg will go... what does Burnout say? Counts down every turn. Every turn. What does Relentless say? Combat continues. Okay, we're going to have to play this down here and discover. Does the burnout happen during the Relentless phase? Does it happen during the Relentless phase? Because each volley is a turn, technically. Not sure if that's how that works, but let's apply damage shield to you. Great. Now we're going to win. We don't get to kill these two units, which is unfortunate because you would get more money if we did. But let's see if this guy burns out. Yes, so he's burning out during the Relentless phase, which makes those guys real bad during the Relentless phase. Oh, I love that we're getting tons of money. Look at that money. I had very little coming into this battle, and I have 270 coming out of it. Reform. Return a defeated friendly unit. So molded, we could get back any unit that has died. And I get to choose the unit. Wicklash can extend the life of our units that have burnout already on them. And then we could get another drip fall. I actually kind of like getting the drip falls. I kind of do. I also want molded though. Let's get 2 drip falls. Alright, we could get Making of a Morsel, could get another Perils of Production. I do have the X-Cost cards in my deck. Yeah, those Perils of Production will be really good when we lower the number of cards in our deck by removing Train Stewards. So we could get an Umbra unit on this side and an artifact. Don't really need the Pyre health. I do want a Merchant of Magic for the Ember Stones, but I think I want the artifact more right now. So let's go this way. And what's the Umbra unit? Morsel Master or Morsel Maker? The Morsel Maker is better. It's just that it might not really fit in this deck. Still gonna take it. Having a few permanent units is pretty important, I think. Alright, this is a new one. 50% chance to remove all buff effects on an enemy unit when it enters your train. Ooh. So that could remove... Does it remove multi-strike? Buff? They're represented by green icons. No. Multi-strike is represented by a yellow icon. So this could remove thorns, for example. Interesting. Mark of an Exile. Plus 50% max health is pretty nice for the champion. I like both of these choices. I've never played with either of them. I think I'm going to do Mark of an Exile. Make our champion strong. And I completely forgot to go to the Concealed Caverns first. Should have gone to that one first. What's this? The train stops near some familiar crystals. The Covenant Memorial in the middle is refracted twice by the crystals surrounding it, one larger, one smaller. In front of each there are markings for a creature to stand and receive the remaining energy. You investigate the crystals further. Ooh, I've never seen this. Major Refraction. Upgrade a unit with +2 space? That's not good. But +30 attack and +30 health is very good. Or we can make a unit take only 1 space. You know, there's not many units that take 2 spaces. We're going to do the large one. And could go on a Dreg. We definitely do not want it on Wickless Tycoon, but we could put it on Paraffin Thug. This going on Paraffin Thug is not too bad. Yeah, let's put it on Paraffin Thug. Putting it on a Drag would also be okay. But Paraffin Thug, you get a major refraction. Crazy new upgrade. There's a blinding flash, an ear-splitting roar. Where your ally once was now stands a behemoth. As you depart, the train lurches under the creature's newfound weight. Great. Let's look at the Divine Temple. Do I want to sacrifice a unit yet? I do want to do the Engage Pact. Do I want to do the Engage Pact yet? Because I basically want to staple the Wickless Tycoon on something. It could be the Paraffin Thug, but now that he's a gigantic creature, it doesn't go as well. Yeah, let's wait. Let's wait on this. So, nothing here. Seek Stone. Seek Stone, we don't want anything. My original understanding of this card meant that I wanted the Seek Stone, but now that I know what it does, I do not. Yeah. No Seek Stone, no Engage Pact yet. We will do the Engage Pact at some point. Daedalus the Professor. Double barrel. Double barrel might be bad. But we can kill... Well, we can't kill them with spells because we don't have spells that kill things. Alright. Constructive explosives. They're going to explode a lot. So the Paraffin Thug, we could put it at the bottom, and it would kill a bunch of things. Only one at a time, though, because it doesn't have trample or multi-strike. I'm thinking about whether I want the Rector Flicker on the second floor. The problem is these constructed explosives would kill Rector Flicker pretty easily, unless I put something in front of him. Yeah, either way, I don't think I want him at the bottom. I want Paraffin Thug at the bottom. And then we'll give Paraffin Thug a Dreg to defeat some units with it. I will probably use Prismal Dust eventually on the Paraffin Thug, but I want to do it for more than 2. So Rector Flicker is going on the second floor, along with a Train Steward to guard him. Right? The downside is that I actually want to be able to put other things up there, like the Wickless Tycoon. We could kill the Train Steward immediately. Actually, this is dazed. I mean, the Train Steward will kill it. How about that? Train Steward survives. Haha. We haven't had anybody die, so he said no more cards to draw. So this one's not dazed this time, which means it's going to kill my Train Steward. I'd have expected that. I just realized we can't put units in front of him. How are you dying, though? Oh, you're dazed, so you don't get to sweep him out. I need more space in my cars. I definitely want the Wickless Typhoon here. And I want the Morsel Maker here. Yeah, the Morsel Maker goes here. Okay, now what do I do with the rest? I do not have enough energy to play the rest. That makes it easy. I don't like that you're not slaying a monster this turn. But the Wickless Tycoon is getting me some cash. Oh, you got back a Train Steward? Why'd you give me back a Train Steward? I don't want that. Okay, so... Oh, these took up the slots. So you're dying from the constructed explosive now. Unless we put Prismal Dust on you. Which I might. I might do that thing. You are killing this one. So I guess I'll put this one behind you. It burns out in 2. And then we're going to put a burnout train steward at the top. Actually, it's not a terrible unit. No, we'll put him at the top. We'll get him back because he's going to give us him back again after we apply 3 damage shield to our champion so that he doesn't die this turn. And the Wickless Tycoon. The Wickless Tycoon is harvesting a whole lot of money. And we get money there too. I really like how we're getting tons of gold. Okay, I don't like the constructed explosive, but it is dazed. So it's not that bad this turn. We can get lots of Ember this turn, and nothing to spend it on. Nothing to spend it on. We can dazed something. We could essentially dazed one of these units with the Drip Fall. You're burning out. We don't really have place to put our Train Stewards. I guess we're going to play the Drag and the Train Steward at the top. Ooh, the Train Steward has burnout too, because every time it dies, it gets another burnout when it comes back. Oh, Reform is better than I thought it was. How nice. Anyway, what are we doing? Are we playing this Train Steward or are we playing a Shade Splitter? The Shade Splitter could only affect this Train Steward. So I think we're going to play another Train Steward, and we're going to put him in front. And then Drip Fall, no reason to put you down. So let's Drip Fall this guy that's dealing some damage. Yeah. You're getting 6 damage. 5 from that guy and 1 from the Infiltrator. I could play the Shade Splitter, but I can't actually put the Morsel unit anywhere. We need more space in our train. Anything that can add more space would be quite nice. Also X units. X cost spells would be good, given how much Ember we can get in a turn. Alright, the constructed explosive is dazed again. Nice. You are getting a bunch of damage because of the constructed explosive. We can stop that from happening by putting something in front of you. Like either of these units can go in front. And then we have no more space for units. So we could make something dazed. We could daze the constructed explosive, and then it wouldn't explode, but also that means that you would spend your 60 attack slaying it rather than slaying the Forged Disciple, which I don't like that much. Don't like that outcome. Other than getting the 13 damage, though. So I guess we can daze... Can we daze you? We could daze him. Does that stay over into the Relentless phase? Let's find out. If we put daze on you now... Oh, it puts him down here, which means he's getting 73 damage. Alright, that was good. Even if it doesn't stay into the Relentless phase. Oh, it did not stay. He lost his dazed even though he wasn't attacking. Right, so You are dying after 2 hits from him? 3 hits from him. We can prevent that quite easily with Prismal Dust, for example. We can also Dazed him once, which is the same as using Prismal Dust. We can also put units in front of you. The units in front of you are nice, but they do prevent you from slaying that. So what would I like? I think I want the units behind you. We can't put that unit behind you. We don't have enough capacity. We'll put this one behind you. And we will use Prismal Dust on you. Which means we don't win this turn. But we do get 20 more money. So I basically traded 20 more money in order to not win this turn. I think. I think I could have won if I had put something in front of him. Not completely sure, but 20 more money is really nice. And we're guaranteed to win this one. It would only increase my score if I had done it the other way. We can get so much Ember, and we have nothing to do with it, because we have these Shade Splitters and this Deadweight in the deck, as well as all the Train Stewards. We need to remove cards, basically. And we got money for defeating the boss, because the Wickless Baron. Excellent. Kill friendly units. Hallowed Halls. Reform random units to this floor until it exceeds its space. So we kill all of the friendly units on a floor, and then we put them back, or we put random ones back. Forever Consumed deals 30x damage. The X cost is very nice there. The fact that it's the front enemy unit is not the nicest. Harvest, gain 1 soul. Gain soul 1. Extinguish, deal damage to enemy units equal to 15 times the soul count. So he basically gets bigger and bigger and then explodes. I'm going to take Forever Consumed. We can get so much Ember that having Forever Consumed in the deck means we can actually spend it. Oh, I could get another Wickless Tycoon. If we get another Wickless Tycoon, we could staple one of them on a unit, like the other Wickless Tycoon. We could have Wickless Tycoon plus Wickless Tycoon. Alright, we have decided that Light of Seraph is really what we need. Let's take it. Remove 2 cards. Exactly what I want to see. Duplicate a card. We could duplicate our damage shield cards. Yeah, let's go this way. Unfortunately, we have a pile of money and no way to spend it unless I went to the Merchant of Steel. Let's see what the Remnant unit is. We can get another Wickless Tycoon. Okay, there's a limit to how many Wickless Tycoons we should put in the deck. The Lady of the Reformed keeps burnout units alive when she gets hurt. We should not put another Wickless Tycoon in the deck. So it's really, do we want Lady of the Reformed? Do I want Lady of the Reformed? How many units do we need in the deck? I'm going to take it. But I'm not sure about that. And the Unstable Vortex is getting rid of 2 Train Stewards. Goodbye, Train Stewards. You will not be missed. And then duplicate. We're going to duplicate one of our X-Cost cards, the Prismal Dust. It'd be nice if we had upgraded this before we did so. I don't want to duplicate the Paraffin Thug. Having 2 4-space units in the deck would be pretty bad, I think. Yeah, it'd be nice if we had upgraded this before we duplicated it, but still, it's a good duplication. So going down Dark Calling just applies more attack value to the reformed units. Harvest is nice. It means that the Rector Flicker gets to survive longer, theoretically. Harvest would have to happen twice before it is better than this, but Harvest is going to happen a bunch. Let's take this one. Accumulator. And let's go. I'm not going to take the Divine Boons. I think 100 for 10 pack shards is not a good deal. I've never taken it, but I don't think it's a good deal. Non-boss enemy units enter with Spikes 4. I don't think I want Spikes 4. I'm really sad about it, which means I might change my mind. Because a random artifact is exactly the sort of thing that I want. Alright, I'm changing my mind. We're going big. Spikes 4. This does mean that I'm putting my champion at the top. Because otherwise it's pretty bad. So the champion unit goes to the top so that the Reform 2 can bring back all of the units that die from the spikes. And then I think I want the Wickless Tycoon at the bottom. I will put the Entombed Explosive in front so that it just defeats this guy. Yeah, so the Wickless Tycoon goes in the back. We're going to put guys in front of him so that he doesn't take damage. And these guys take damage instead. I mean, what's going to happen is that these two will die immediately. Is that how it works? So he'll attack him. This one explodes, killing him. This one attacks, does 2 damage, which is nothing. One of these attacks and kills themselves, and the other one attacks and kills themselves. Alright, everybody's dying. Everybody's dying except for the Wickless Baron. Exactly what the Wickless Baron likes to see. Everybody die. Boom. And the Wickless Baron gives us tons of money, because everybody died. Now, the Paraffin Thug could go in front of the Wickless Baron. Are we going to play the Paraffin Thug at the bottom? He will eventually die due to thorns if we put him at the bottom. Oh well, you'll eventually die due to thorns. Wickless Tycoon, you go here. Prismal Dust, shuffle yourselves in the deck better. Alright, get lots of money. This lots of money is going to be very good at some point. I just don't know when that at some point is going to be. Forever Consumed can deal 90 damage. Right now. What are we going to spend our Ember on other than that? Not much. There's really not much to spend our Ember on, really. We can't put anybody else at the bottom. We can put a bunch of people right here. And the Morsel Maker we probably want to put on top, unless we don't want to spend 2 Ember on it. Which I might not want to. So what if we put Dregs up here? One of them would die immediately. Yeah, one of them would die immediately, and the other one would attack and then not die. That's pretty interesting. And then we could do Forever Consumed, defeat this one. Don't think there's any reason to defeat that one. Which means these guys would survive. How about that? Let's start with Forever Consumed. Forever Consumed. Die, give us 5 cash. Now, you're dying, but really what I want to happen is for the burnout units to come in front of you. And put the one that has more attack value behind. Alright. Oh, the Entombed Explosive. Great. And it has Burnout 1, so even if I put it in the back, it will explode and kill something. I'm not drawing these cards that give me Ember with my X-Cost cards. It's a problem. Things are going okay at the bottom. Things are going okay here. You are currently dying because he kills you. What if instead we played 2 Entombed Explosives in front? I like that plan. 2 Entombed Explosives in front, which means nobody here dies except for the explosions, the things that are supposed to die. And then let's put a Shade Splitter behind our champion so that the champion can get stronger. Do we want a drag in front of the champion? Of course we do. Perils of Production remains not very valuable. Alright, getting lots of cash every single turn. Brief Respite. So we could Drip Fall and then kill these down at the bottom, which means we would get more money. I like that. Yeah, and I'm fine with you dying. You would burn out anyway. So let's Drip Fall this one. That means that you die by attacking. That gives us more money. You dying instead of burning out. And then you kill him, which gives us more money, and then you get some more money because that happened. How excellent. Let's play a couple of Shade Splitters. This will burn out after the morsels are eaten, I think, which is not the order that we wanted. We're going to put this back because we don't want it in the deck. We want it in the consume pile. Yeah, so he ate them and then died. Not what you want. Alright. Only 45 damage there, and there's not a whole lot we can do. Actually, there's a ton we can do, because we have a Prismal Dust. Ooh. And 2 Perils of Production. Great. You are burning out, which means we can put Perils of Production on you, and we never experience the Ember Drain. And then we could put Prismal Dust to apply 10 damage shield on you. Great, and then we win. And we might even defeat both of these units down here with the guy that gets 20 gold each time he defeats a unit. Let's see. Great. We're getting so much cash. And we get a Teeth of Gold. What does that do again? Deal 3 damage to the back enemy unit when a unit is eaten. I'll take it. Memories of the Melted? Don't really want that. Applying Stealth 2 to friendly units is not bad. That's kind of like giving 2 damage shield to every unit on a floor. And I don't mind the Ember cost because we tend to have a lot of Ember. Descend friendly and enemy units on this floor. Ooh. Cave-In could be really good. The engine upgrade is also pretty nice. Yeah, let's do Cave-In. Alright, we're making our deck larger rather than smaller, which is kind of a problem. I also really want to go to the Unstable Vortex. But the Merchant of Magic is where we could actually spend some of this cash. If we went to the Hell Vent, what would we duplicate? Oh man. too much duplication, I'm telling you. What would we duplicate? We could duplicate even more Prismal Dust. Just have a ridiculous amount of damage shield all the time. I think we're going to go left this time. I want to spend some of the money we have. Also, let's see what's in the Divine Temple. So I do want the Engage Pact. We could do another Purge Stone. That's a way to get rid of things. Upgrade a spell to gain Spell Chain. Spell Chain. We could Spell Chain Dripfall. I like that. We could Spell Chain Dripfall. We could buy all of these. That would give us 40, 50 pack shards. Is that wise? I don't know if that's wise. Let me think about it. So, we're going to get the artifact at the end. There's another Divine Temple. There's another artifact. So we could do this Divine Temple, both of the artifacts. I like that plan. Let's do this. Do I want to look at Merchant of Magic first? I do. Okay. That's fine. We didn't learn much from that. Let's do the Divine Temple. So we want to engage Pact. We're going to sacrifice one of the Wickless Tycoons. And we're going to put it on probably the other Wickless Tycoon. Or the Paraffin Thug. Both options seem pretty nice. Both options seem pretty nice. Let's put it on the Paraffin Thug. There we go. You get lots of money. Then, Purge Stone is a way to get rid of spells we don't care to have in the deck. I don't really need these Shade Splitters. So let's get rid of more of them. And then Twin Stone. We said that we wanted a Twin Stone on Dripfall. Which means that Dripfall is now what we're going to apply Emberstone to. Emberstone on Dripfall. Stackstone. Stackstone could actually go on a lot of things. It could go on a Dripfall. It would apply Dazed 2. Or it could go on Engulfed in Smoke. Interesting choices. Surge Stone can go on basically nothing. Let's consider that nothing. I think I want the Stack Stone on Engulfed in Smoke. Stealth 4 to friendly units. Great. Now we reroll. Permafrost. Permafrost is actually really good for Prismal Dust. Because we could just hold on to it until we draw these 3 cards. Yeah, that's a really good use of Permafrost. Let's do that. And then Surge Stone, as we said, has no value to us. Emberstone, probably want that on Engulfed in Smoke now, since we made it cost 3. Yeah, I do want that on Engulfed in Smoke. I also want it on Cave-In, but I want it on Engulfed in Smoke more. We want a lot more Emberstones. Let's purge cards. So we do not need all of the dregs. We do not need Shade Splitters. We do not need Train Stewards. Train Stewards, gone. Purge another card. Purge another Shade Splitter. I'll keep one in the deck. I think one is fine. Do I want to purge yet another card? Yes, I do. I want to purge one of the dregs. Only one, though. I'm fine with there being dregs in the deck. I just don't want 4 dregs in the deck. There we go. Great. Let's move on. We have greatly increased our deck that time. Enemy units enter with armor 15. That's pretty bad for the Sycophant. And we just upped our threat level to high. So I'm not going to turn that one on. Even though it gives gold, and man, I like my gold. As you may have figured out at this point. The Rector Flicker can go at the bottom because they don't have thorns this time. However, could not go at the bottom as well, and it would be fine. What if we put all 3 of these units at the bottom? Rector Flicker, which can go in front. The Morsel Maker. So the Wickless Tycoon goes here, and then the Morsel Maker in the back. Yeah, I like that. You're getting plus 10. The Harvest gives plus 1 attack and plus 5 health, and we're killing 2 units. Not bad. You are unfortunately going up, but we'll take care of you somehow. You're not going to make it to the Pyre. Oh man, the collector's in the wrong place. Okay, we could Drip Fall you, for example. We can also do Lady of the Reformed. Heralds of Production could give us more Ember for no reason. Right, no reason at all. Why are you dying? You're dying because of Teeth of Gold. Nice. I like that the Teeth of Gold is doing something here. We can't put units down here because of the Morsel Maker. The Morsel Maker is making it so that we can no longer put units down there. However, we do have ways to descend all our units. So let's put Lady of the Reformed here. Let's descend you. Apply Dazed. We could daze him again. You are not dying, which makes me quite sad. We're going to put the dregs up here. This one has Revenge, so we want her to be in front. And then who are we drip falling? Because we want these units to be dazed. I guess you are much worse than this one. So let's drip fall you. Because then when you go to the next floor, you won't do 13 times 2 attack up there. Yeah, we need something to take out the units, though. We will eventually take them out. But for now, it's a little bit of a problem. Honestly. So we got Engulfed in Smoke. We also got our Wickless Typhoon. Our Wickless Tycoon. No. Our Paraffin Thug. Paraffin Thug is what I'm saying. We could give you all stealth. I really want more attack down here. You're not killing many units down here. I don't like that. Also, you didn't die because I descended him. Ooh. That would have been a good reason not to descend him. That's unfortunate. Let's put the Paraffin Thug up here. And apply stealth to all of these units. Stealth to all of you. Okay, our units are not dying, which is actually a problem, I guess. I guess it's sort of a problem. We want our units to die. So then, how much damage is the Pyre about to take? Because we don't have much up here. We could cave in. I really like the cave in. We haven't drawn Forever Consumed, which I've kind of been waiting for. Trying to think of where we would play Cave In, because there's a couple of good places to play it. I don't think I want to play it at the top. I think I want to play it here. And what? Let's do Cave In here. Descend all of these units. Bam. You couldn't descend because there were too many units. Unfortunately, the Harvest Armor 10 is not good for us. And then the Entombed Explosive goes here, so that those two die. You are a real problem. Oh no. You're a real problem. How much damage are you going to do to the Pyre? More than I'm comfortable with. A lot more than I'm comfortable with. You go here because there's really not another place to put you? Okay, well, let's see how much damage gets put on the Pyre. Oh, the morsel units didn't get the stealth. So they got attacked when nobody else got attacked. Something like that. Oh man, if you had 1 less health, you would have done 10 less damage to the Pyre. Now then, this is a much better turn. We can do a lot of things this turn. Unfortunately, the Forever Consumed is not very good. Yeah, the Forever Consumed is not very good. Other things are pretty good. So, what do we do first? You go here. And you also go up here. Nope, go up there. If I do Forever Consumed with 1 on this unit, then we will do a lot more damage to this one. Triggers on death deal 50 damage to the front enemy unit. Yeah. You're only getting -10 because of both overcharged tanks being on the same floor. I may have made a mistake. Let's play a Forever Consumed on this floor to kill that front unit. That means that you're getting more damage. And then you are all dying. If I add another unit, I believe it also dies. You attack, you're actually attacking him. And then you attack. So this guy won't die if we put him there. And we'll do 24 more damage. Let's see if I got that right. Yes, okay. Now, one of these units that's dying, give me 3 more energy, and we will play damage shield 3 on you. On you. There we go. And I believe the way that the Relentless phase works is those units won't all make it to the top before Relentless phase actually takes effect. I hope that's the case because I'm worried that I'm causing ourselves to die. Ooh. Okay, so as long as we put on enough damage shield, we'll actually be fine. We could also descend all of these guys in case I think that they're going to make it to the Pyre and deal tons of damage. Which I'm unsure about how this works. Because does the Relentless phase, like these guys all do their thing, then he does his thing, and then they all go to the top? Or is it they do their thing and then they go to the top? I think it's the first one that I said. Some of you have stealth still. Trying to think of what we do. I think I want to play it somewhat safe and descend these units. That may not be the best plan, but I think it's a decent plan. Then we do this, put him in front. That way you die. And then we might want to put him in back. We can't fit him in back. Alright. You'll go there, I guess. And then we do Perils of Production on one of the units that's getting eaten. Please. There we go. It's hard to select that unit. And then Prismal Dust on our champion. Ooh, we're still not winning. So I would have won this turn if I had not descended. And I think that it would have been more correct for me to do that. But I wanted to play it safe because I wasn't sure if all of these people would make it to the Pyre or not. And it looks like they wouldn't have. So I made a mistake. But even with that mistake, we are doing a lot of damage to the boss. Now then, let's win on the next floor. Let's win on the next floor easily. How about that? Well, you know what? We're going to play Memories of the Melted. And then Forever Consumed. Deal 510 damage. Bam. Dead. Alright, we took 50 damage. Not the best. Endless Extinguish, draw 1. Don't really need that. Engulfed in Smoke, we could get a second one. Don't really need that. Memento Mori. Deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 10 times the number of friendly unit deaths this battle. Let's take it. I want to take this because I want more damage spells. And even though it costs 3, it could be doing a bunch of damage. 3 excavated ember cards to your discard pile. Consume, gain 2 ember, draw 1. I like that. Umberstone, apply trample. I don't have a unit that gets ridiculously large that I would want to apply trample to. Take the ember cache. Now then, I really want the Merchant of Trinkets. Yeah, I really want the Merchant of Trinkets. We're going this way. Also, the Pyre health is not bad, considering how much damage we took there. Let's get this artifact first. When you first summon your champion, gain a random unit card. I remember the conscription notice, we played with that once. Steward units get +5 attack, +5 health damage, shield 2, and multi-strike 1. I don't have any steward units. I don't know what you're talking about there. What are steward units? Oh, trained stewards, right. They're gone. Capricious Reflection. Cards in reward packs and unit banners come with a random upgrade. So, these are fine. They're not amazing, but they're fine. Let's take a conscription notice. Let's gain an artifact here. Deal 5 damage to enemy units when a burnout unit dies. Or Cheater's Hand. Don't think I want Cheater's Hand this time. Actually, it's a pretty good run for it, right? Take Cheater's Hand. It's something I've played with many times, but it's very nice. First time each turn an enemy unit dies, add 2 morsel units to your hand would be amazing in a different deck. I don't really like the rationing scales. Jack strips. Deal 2 damage whenever an enemy unit moves between floors. You know, I actually do move enemy units between floors kind of a lot. 2 damage isn't much, but I'll still take it. And give me different options. Morsel units enter with damage shield 1. Ooh, Mind Jacks. This is a great one for Mind Jacks. Alright. That was a pretty nice trinket salesman. We got a bunch of artifacts that time. Archus Darkness Incarnate. And this one is Looming, which triggers when you play a spell. What happens? Triggers when you play a spell. Apply +1 Ember to spells in hand. Pretty bad, but we could probably avoid it. We play a lot of units. Apply Dazed 1 to your units when I play a non-morsel unit. Also pretty bad. Both of these are more problematic for me than they normally are, I think. Right. We're choosing a card to return. We don't really need the Entombed Explosive this turn. I don't mind the Engulfed in Smoke, though. The Entombed Explosive... The nice thing about Entombed Explosive is that it's something that the Rector Flicker would get back immediately. I do like that. We're not doing anything with the Perils of Production unless we put it on top, and then we want an extra Ember. So I think we do Perils of Production. That way we have that for next turn if we want it. And... No, wait a minute. If we do Deadweight, we could put Perils of Production on Entombed Explosive. Yeah. Alright, Deadweight's going on top. Except that... Yeah, this is what I'm doing. Very hard to make choices here. So, the Wickless Baron is going at the bottom. The Entombed Explosive is going in front of him. So, they will kill each other. We will use Perils of Production on the Entombed Explosive, because it's dying anyway. And that allows me to play Rector Flicker. Oh, I got a Wickless Tycoon. What is my Wickless Tycoon? My Wickless Tycoon is the same thing, except that it costs more slots to play. Yeah, let's play Wickless Tycoon down here too. I forgot about the conscription notice that we just bought. And then Engulfed in Smoke, we want that here. We don't want to play it at the bottom, because if we played it at the bottom, then this would not die, and that would be bad, because of the Ember Drain. Alright, continue to gain lots of money. Lots and lots of money. I had 60 money before that, now I have 145. So we don't want to play spells on the middle floor this turn. Both of them are dazed. The Forever Consumed is actually really good this turn. The Morsel Maker is pretty decent this turn. So if we're putting something back, it's not going to be the frozen one. I guess we could put Lady of Reformed back, because I'm not going to play that this turn. Might also not play the Wickless Tycoon, but we're not playing the one I just put back on top. So Forever Consumed would be good here. If I play it for 1, that would be good. If I play a Morsel Maker here, my champion will become stronger. Also, we've got tons of space due to Mind Jacks. Great. Let's do it. So every turn, you are going to add morsels to be eaten. We won't play Wickless Tycoon because I'd rather play Forever Consumed, so that both of these units die and you get the Slay. Very nice. Oh, and we get our Entombed Explosive back. What's that one? That one is Rally. So we do not want to play a unit on the bottom, like Entombed Explosive. We don't want to play that on the bottom. We have so many Prismal Dusts in our hand. I think we want to... We're not going to play units at the bottom. We could play spells. Could put Cave In. Don't know if I actually want that. Still going to put Cave In on top. We'll decide if we actually want to play it next turn, but either way, we want it at the bottom. So we can't play units. So even though I want to play this Entombed Explosive here, it would be a bad plan. We can play spells though. We can daze things. Most of them are dazed already, but we could daze that one so we don't take 5. Or we could play one of the Prismal Dusts for damage shield. I'm going to play the Entombed Explosive here. Right there. It's going to burn out, but after it burns out, he will get it back. And it will be even better the next time. Drip Ball or Primal Dust, they're exactly the same. And Jack Strips won't affect it if we don't move it, I don't think. So we're going to do this just to see if Jack Strips does something. Ooh. Never mind, we're not going to do that because we want Prismal Dust so that we only play a spell once. That way you still die. That's important. Okay. We'll deal with those units when they get to the next floor. Oh, every time. Oh, right. Jack Strips, it's not just when I descend them, it's also when they walk up the floor. Nice. What do we return? It's so hard to know. We could put you down, but what would be the point of knocking you down one floor? I'm not sure. So... what do I not play this turn? Cave In. We're not playing Cave In again. I don't know if we'll want to play it next turn either, but we're not playing it this turn. If we put the Entombed Explosive in front of him, then he gets the kill on that one. Seems great. Let's do that. Let's play Ember Cache. That will be good for the future. And I guess we play Shade Splitter, because there's no reason not to put another unit up here. And we could even play the Entombed Explosive so that he doesn't kill this morsel. How about that? So you are going to go here. You're going to go in the middle somewhere. And you're going to hit the boss for 14. Actually, the boss has Stealth 3. You will not be doing anything. No problem. And we get our Entombed Explosive back. It keeps getting stronger, by the way. It has Burnout 3 and more attack every time I do that. We can't add units to that floor. Problematic. I want to put the Entombed Explosive somewhere. If I put it down here, it doesn't die, actually. We've got some interesting things, but one of the things that we're not going to play this turn is Cave-In. We're not going to play this drag either, I don't think. Yeah, this drag is going on top. We might play that a future turn. The fact that this has a Blinding Dark Shard makes it less useful to have that. If we play the Entombed Explosive here in front, so if we play this in front, then you get the kill on that one. We can't play units here. We could Cave-In, descend all of them down, which would be interesting, but would it be useful? I don't know if it would be useful, but it would be interesting. Otherwise, we can just daze some units. Yeah, we could daze all of the units down here, or we could play Perils of Production and just put a ton of damage shield on the Paraffin Thug. I like that plan. So, Perils of Production. What about you? What do we do about you? This drag right here will deal some damage to you. No! I played a unit on this floor. Now they're all dazed for a turn. I made the mistake. Okay, we're going to put you down a floor because I don't know what to do with you. And then we're going to daze you again, I guess? Sad. That was a really unfortunate outcome. Alright, apply some more damage shield on you. Oh man, I'm so sad that I played a unit where the Blinding Dark Shard was. I still have this Prismal Dust in my hand. I really like it just being in my hand until I need it. And since I have 3 Prismal Dusts in my deck, I usually just play the other Prismal Dust in my hand. Alright, it doesn't matter what I put on top, because we're going to draw it very shortly. Looming Dark Shards, we do not want to play spells. That's fine, actually. We do not need to play spells down there. We can play Excavated Ember. Excavated Ember to draw a card. Excavated Ember to draw a card. Perils of Production on the one that's burning out. Can't play spells down there. Can't play spells down there. So if we put it on this one, we might not want to play the Lady of the Reformed down here. Let's play her up here anyway. So you go up here, you get a drag that's burning out. You, I might want to move to the bottom again. Yeah. Keep moving to the bottom. Let's descend you all day long. And then Perils of Production on this Burnout one. And then we can play Prismal Dust for 8 damage shield. Great. I think I'm overthinking this battle. The Dark Shards cause me to overthink this battle, though. That's really why. It's because of the Dark Shards. I have to constantly remind myself what the Dark Shards are doing. Blinding Dark Shard. Do not play anything on the top floor. I do like the Forever Consumed in my hand. we don't really need Memories of the Melted in this hand. What's in our deck? Okay. Let's play Memories of the Melted on top of the deck. And we're not going to draw it. Do we just play Forever Consumed here? Wouldn't be terrible. We could also play the Entombed Explosive down here to do a bunch of damage. Yeah, Entombed Explosive down here, do a bunch of damage. And then we cannot play... If we play any units up here, then we won't deal any damage to Archus this turn. We will not play any units up there. We'll just do Forever Consumed so that we kill this unit. So you didn't die, but you only have 20 health. 18 now. Choose a card to return. What's happening? Right. We could apply Stealth to our units. This deals 90 damage. Remember, a friendly unit deaths this battle. So both the Forever Consumed and Memento Mori do the same amount of damage for the same amount of Ember. So I really only need one of them this turn. So put the other one on top. The one that's going to scale higher is Memento Mori. Yeah. Now, the important thing I think is Engulfed in Smoke. What do we do on other floors? This floor, we could play a Dreg. We could also descend all of our units. Ooh, what if we descend all of our units? Cave in. So I have an interesting idea that starts with Cave in. No, it does not start with Cave in. It ends with Cave in. Before we play Cave in, we play Entombed Explosive. We play Memories of the Melted to gain tons of Ember. Right? Oh, I'm 1 Ember off of what I want to do. So let me tell you what I'm thinking. Memories of the Melted gains a whole bunch of Ember. We spend that on Forever Consumed. Then we use Perils of Production to get more Ember back, and then we descend all of these, and then we use Engulfed in Smoke. The problem is Perils of Production gives us 3, and these cost 4. So it doesn't work. I don't want all of the Memories of the Melted Ember to go into Forever Consumed. Or I do want it to all go into Forever Consumed, but I don't want it to go into Forever Consumed on the overcharged tank. Maybe what we do is we play Perils of Production first. We're going to waste a whole bunch of Ember, but that's not the most important thing. So Perils of Production first. And then we play Forever Consumed down here for 180 damage. Spell Shield. No. Spell Shield. That damage didn't do anything. Alright, well, that was sad. Now, this drag is just going to go at the top. I mean, actually, let's do the cave-in. Cave-in, descend everybody. Then we engulf in smoke to apply Stealth 4 to all of these units. And then we win. And we click the end turn button. Oh, this spell shield. All of my plans were meaningless because of the spell shield. We are winning because of all of the damage shield and all of the stealth that we have in our units. There we go. It only took a few minutes for the Archus to die there. But he did die. Kindle. Kindle is pretty interesting in this deck, actually. I mean, at some point we just have too many spells that are giving us Ember. But really, especially with the 3 Prismal Dusts, yeah, let's take a Kindle. Alright, do I want Fel's Remorse? Do I want Herzl's Compound or Light of Seraph? I probably want Herzl's Compound. I actually want Light of Seraph a lot too, but let's take a Herzl's Compound because drawing cards is really important. Now, which way do we go? We're planning not to go to the Divine Temple, right? Oh, we have to do something in the Divine Temple. No, we don't, because we'll get an artifact there. So we're not really planning to go to the Divine Temple. Could go Merchant of Magic or Merchant of Steel. Both of them are quite nice. The Merchant of Magic... We've got a bunch of spells. We have a bunch of spells. We also have some spells that actually do damage now. So that's not bad. Merchant of Steel gives us Unstable Vortex, which is also good. What would we remove? I only have one Shade Splitter left in the deck. I don't really need that Shade Splitter, though. How often do we actually play it? Not very often. What else would I remove, though? We could remove another Dreg. Or we could remove Cave-In because it's interesting, but maybe not the best. Yeah, so Unstable Vortex could remove 2 of the starter cards that we don't want. Or we could get another artifact here. Let's go left. And let's go the Dark Forge first. Actually, Concealed Caverns first. The most unknown first. The Pillar of Light. Oh my gosh. Nexus Spike could be pretty interesting. Unhinged Power is pretty interesting too, though. Because we could get like Memento Mori to cost 0 and just have 3 of them in the deck. We could put a bunch of these, the Prismal Dust, in the deck. We could put a bunch of Cave-Ins in the deck. How often do we play Cave-In? Or we could play Nexus Spike, which does a bunch of things. How does it work with X-cost spells, though? I don't know. We could do Dripfall, though. Dripfall and Ember Cache would be so interesting. Let's get the Nexus Spike. So Nexus Spike... I want Dripfall. I don't think that it keeps the stones. So I think I could click either Dripfall here. Clicking this one, though. Well, actually, if we're doing Dripfall, maybe we should do something that costs more than 2. The Engulfed in Smoke normally does 2 stealth. Engulfed in Smoke... I think one of them is going to be Engulfed in Smoke. So let's select Engulfed in Smoke. And then the next one, we have much more limited options. I think it will be Ember Cache. There. Engulfed in Smoke and Ember Cache. Neither of those are targeted. Now then, our champion. So Accumulator 2 or Dark Calling 2. So the Dark Calling 2 makes the reformed units have more attack. The Accumulator 2 means that we're harvesting more. I think I'll choose the Accumulator 2. And then let's look at this, but probably do nothing. I mean, Value Stone is interesting. Value Stone is interesting. Let's click on it. So I would be choosing this instead of an artifact if I did this. Memento Mori could get the Value Stone. One of the Prismal Dust could get it. The Forever Consumed could just do 60 damage. That's like adding 60 spell power to that card. Memento Mori would be an interesting one to put the Value Stone on. Is that better than a random artifact? Probably better than an artifact. Okay, fine. We're not getting an artifact. We are making Memento Mori much more playable. And then Unstable Vortex, we are removing a Shade Splitter because I really don't need it. And one of the remaining dregs, the non-upgraded drag. Merchant of Steel. Upgrade a unit with Quick. What can we put that on? The Paraffin Thug already has all of the slots filled. Sadly, none of these are that great. The Dreg is actually not bad, though. I might put that on the Dreg. We'll think about it. Upgrade a unit to have more health. More health would be good for the Wickless Tycoon. Wickless Tycoon, have more health. Also, have more attack and health. You're now fully upgraded. Let's put Quick on the Dreg. And then reroll. Damage Shield 3. Starting with Damage Shield 3 is quite nice. The Large Stone. I don't know if we want a Large Stone. We already have problems with space. We already have problems with space. I don't know why I look at my deck when I do this. I can click this and just look at the ones that matter. Yeah, the Large Stone is not for this one. We will take the Damage Shield, the Shield Stone. Put that on really anything except the Entombed Explosives is nice. The Dreg is not wonderful, though. You see, every time she burns out and she comes back, she would get Damage Shield 3. But the Damage Shield 3 kind of ruins the Revenge ability. I think I might put this on the Dreg. Put it on the Dreg. And then Heartstone. We can put that on the Morsel Maker or the Lady of the Reformed. The one with Revenge. I haven't really used Lady of the Reformed much yet, but I have a feeling she's going to come in handy. So let's go. We're already over 100 pack shards. So threat level is going to be high for the rest of this. Enemy units enter with armor 20. I think that at this point we really don't want to turn on trials. We have a hard enough time with defeating the normal units already. Now the hardest decision, what do we put back on top? Probably this Prismal Dust. We're definitely not playing that the first turn. Now then, the guy in the back is the main problem here. Because how do we defeat the guy in the back? Also, I noticed that we didn't get any of the units that I usually like to put at the bottom. The Morsel Maker... I mean, we could put the Rector Flicker at the bottom instead of our normal. It's still good. Alright, Rector Flicker goes at the bottom. Ho-ho, Multi-Strike 2? That's amazing. You're gonna go at the bottom. Do lots of cool things. And we're putting you in the back. Now, one of the important things is that we want to play Drip Fall on you, so that you don't deal so much damage to my champion. And then the Burnout Quick. Could put that at the bottom, or we could put it somewhere else. Either way, I might put Drip Fall on you again. Yeah, I think I'm going to put Drip Fall on you again. Now, Lady of the Reformed, do you go anywhere? Maybe not. The choices are Lady of the Reformed at the bottom, or Morsel Maker at the bottom. Morsel Maker makes a lot more sense here. So let's do Lady of the Reformed. If we do this, we can't put our Wickless Tycoon at the bottom. That's not a bad thing. So Lady of the Reformed is going at the bottom. In the front, obviously. And then you are going to go here, and your burnout is not going to burn out for a long time. Actually, let's put you here. Because we want our champion not to just die all of a sudden. Alright, not the best first turn, but at least this guy's dazed next turn, and the guy in front dies. We still need to deal with the back unit, though. And I don't know how we're going to. Okay, we only have 3 Ember. We actually can have more. We can have a lot more. We can have a lot more Ember. But what do we do with that Ember? Prismal Dust. Don't know what we're going to do about you. Either way, I believe that we want to play all of these cards except for maybe Perils of Production, because the Ember Drain 2 would bother us. We don't have a unit to put it on that's dying this turn. So Perils of Production goes on top, and then we can decide what else to do. Paraffin Thug goes on the second floor. Definitely. That's not a question. The Wickless... Oh, I forgot to use Kindle. Whoops. Let's use it now. Should have used that at the beginning of the turn, before I played the Paraffin Thug. We would have 2 more Ember right now. Wickless Tycoon definitely goes here. And then the question is, what do we use Driftfall on? Because we could Driftfall this guy again, but that just makes it harder to kill him because he's in the back. We could Driftfall him, but he would give multi-strike, like even more multi-strike to these units, which seems bad too. You are the main problem. I don't know how I'm going to deal with you. And I need to come up with a way. Forever Consumed is a way. Do I want to put you down there then? I guess I do. Kind of weird. But at least you won't be doing a whole bunch of multi-strike. These guys do more multi-strike. But they're basically all dazed this turn. And then Prismal Dust can go on Rector Flicker, I guess? Yeah. You get 2 damage shield. Okay. Bottom floor needs to get stronger. How does it get stronger? I don't know. That's one of the problems. Okay, we got Forever Consumed. That seems important. We got Engulfed in Smoke. That seems important. Memories of the Melted does not seem great. So Cave-In. Cave-In is not the worst. We could Cave-In you. We definitely don't want to Cave-In all of those enemies. You are dying for some reason. You're dying because these guys have so much multi-strike. Right. Forever Consumed can do 90 damage, more if we play Perils of Production. On the Entombed Explosive, for example. We're not going to play Cave-In this turn. We might play the rest of these cards. We're not playing Memories of the Melted either, but we don't want to draw it next turn, we want to discard it. So, what does this mean we do? We could do Engulfed in Smoke down here. These are actually not doing too bad. You're taking a bunch of damage, but I think we can handle you taking a bunch of damage. It's this one that's a real problem. We can deal with that by putting Entombed Explosives in front of it. Do I want to do 2 of them? The second one doesn't help, because it doesn't die. I do want to play a second one, though. Let's put Perils of Production on him and then consider. So, Engulfed in Smoke would be great down here. Engulfed in Smoke goes down here. You're making it to the next floor, which is unfortunate. You need to die. I really want you to die as well, which kind of means you go here. Doesn't benefit us that much, though. And maybe I want to do 90 damage to this guy instead. I think I do. So 90 damage. 90 damage. Now you're going to only deal 1 hit to the Pyre, which is much better than what we had before I did all of those things. I don't like that unit just took a bunch of damage, but we can put units in front of him. We just have to draw the units to put in front of him. And our Rector, our champion should be adding units for us to put in front. Now then, we have to return a card. Are we doing Cave-In this turn? Maybe not. I think I need more of my units to die, actually. Engulfed in Smoke and Ember Cache, okay. This Dreg is not too bad. The Memento Mori only does 10 damage. But actually that essentially kills this guy because the Jack Strips kills him. Oh, I like that. So we are definitely playing Memento Mori. Definitely playing this. We continue not to play Cave-In. I want to play Cave-In eventually, though. So, the bottom. All of our units are stealth. So not much is happening at the bottom. I want to play you right... Hello? You? Can I... Oh. Did I not put Cave-In on the top? I have to put another card on top? What's going on? I don't quite understand what's going on here. Prismal Dust. No, Prismal Dust. Cave-In. Select. Alright. That was annoying. So, Entombed Explosive, you go there. You're still dying. Kind of a problematic thing. However, we could put a Dreg. A Dreg right here too. I want the Dreg to die as well. It doesn't die this turn, but it will die on a future turn. You do just enough damage that this guy dies. And then Nexus Spike is better than playing Ember Cache. We could play both of them, actually. Perils of Production on you. There we go. Now we can play Nexus Spike, and then Ember Cache, and then Prismal Dust on somebody. Probably on the Paraffin Thug. This Prismal Dust will be ridiculously amazing once we draw all of those Ember things we just added to our deck. So you died from Jack Strips. That's very nice. Choose a card to return. It does not matter. Because whatever I put there is going to go on top of my deck. Now, what's happening here, I do not like. You will get killed by Jack Strips, so I don't care about you. It's you that's the problem. What we could do is move everybody down, more or less. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this again. Let's do this again. Alright, now we're in a ridiculous state. Oh, you know what? This takes you out on its own. There we go. You're done. Now, we're going to descend all of our units. Yeah. Descend these units. Cave-In. Bam. Now, much nicer. They're still dying because the rest of them have stealth. However, we can make one of them not die quite easily. Let's do the Perils of Production there. Memories of the Melted. Don't know when I'm going to play that. We can Dripfall you so that you're dazed. And we could Dripfall you so that you are dazed. And then the Morsel Master could go here and get strong eventually. They have another Perils of Production. Alright, time for Prismal Dust. Prismal Dust is going to go on probably Rector Flicker. Or we could put it on the Paraffin Thug. Put it on the Paraffin Thug so that it has a better chance of defeating the boss. There we go. This was a weird one. I solved the problems that this battle presented in a very weird way. But I did solve all of the problems. I definitely have used jack strips several times in solving those problems too, which is kind of cool. So we can... Forever Consumed is something that we're playing. Engulfed in Smoke is something that we're playing. I don't think the Dreg matters. I don't think the Entombed Explosive matters. So let's do one of those on top. Alrighty then. So we easily win this turn. We easily win by playing these, play the other Excavated Ember, I guess. And then Memento Mori only does 40 damage. This one does 270. This one adds stealth to our units, which is extremely helpful. There we go. And I don't even need to daze you, but I could if I wanted. This is another one where the boss is going to go down in a couple minutes. My units don't do a whole lot of damage, they just survive really well. Which is why enemies get to the Pyre, is because I'm not really taking care of the enemies effectively. I'm just taking care of bosses effectively. Alright. Now then, can we get something that helps us take care of normal units a little bit better? Remnant Pact is not very important. Neither is the Votivary. Votivary? I don't know how to pronounce that. Apply 4x attack and burnout 4 to friendly units. Ooh, that could help. That could really help. Let's take it. Don't need Feast at all. Don't need a second Cave-In. Don't need Cannibalize. Skip those. Now then, we decided not to take the artifact unless we want to take the artifact and go to 120. Seems questionable. There's a Merchant of Magic and a Merchant of Steel. Which one do we want to go down more? The Merchant of Magic still has good stuff for us. The Merchant of Steel doesn't really. Yeah, the Merchant of Steel doesn't do much for us. So the Merchant of Magic, we get to remove 2 cards. Sure. Whatever. 20 Pyre health might be important. What cards would we remove? I don't really want to remove the last of the Dregs. Definitely don't want to remove Cave-In. Even though we don't play it very often, when we play it, it's quite nice. Engulfed in Smoke is very important. You know, I don't know if I want to remove anything. Which feels weird. Because this is a rather large deck, and I don't want to remove anything. Let's look at the Merchant of Trinkets first. When a card with Consume is played, deal 30 damage to the front enemy unit. Wish it wasn't the front. Wish it was the back. Apply Dazed 3 and Melee Weakness 1 to enemy units on the bottom floor in the first wave of combat. Only the first wave. Where the Pyre starts with 15 armor. How many Consume cards do we have? Consume, we've got Ember Cache. We actually have a lot because the Nexus Spike has the Engulfed in Smoke. The Prismal Dust have Consume, the Waxen Spike has Consume. Where is Engulfed in Smoke? No, that's not the one. I'm looking for Ember Cache. What is Ember Cache? Yeah, it has Consume, and the spells that it adds have Consume. I think Trader's Quill is really good with the deck that we have. Not sure if we're going to buy either of those. Might want to spend our money at the Merchant of Magic. So, do we want something with holdover, like Dripfall. We could hold over this Dripfall. I really like that. It's not a clean way of dealing with a unit, but it is a way to deal with a unit. Let's add holdover to it. Now, Surge Stone. No. Emberstone, definitely. Let's put it on the Dripfall, probably, that we just upgraded. Yeah, I think the Dripfall. Next. Another Emberstone. The Surge Stone still doesn't do what we want. Alright, an Emberstone. Emberstone on Memento Mori is fine. Emberstone on Nexus Spike is pretty good, even though it has Consume. What will I play the most often? Forever Consumed, if we put it on, it would do 30 damage. Yeah, let's put it on Forever Consumed, because that means that it will do 30 damage even if I play it for 0. It's kind of like 30 spell power. Okay, will we win? I have no idea. We might die. Have to remember that I have the Trader's Quill. That's the important part. Okay, I don't like that unit at the top there. Rector Flicker is surely not going at the bottom this time. Surely not. The Memories of the Melted, we're definitely not playing turn 1. But neither are we playing several of these, I guess. What does Cave-In do on turn 1? I don't want to play Wax and Spike this turn, but I don't want to play it next turn either, so I'd rather have it go into the discard pile. Maybe the Kindle. Kindle next turn. So, do we want Rector Flicker on the bottom? You know, maybe we do. Because of the Harvest ability. And the fact that they're dazed due to concussive coals on the bottom. Yeah, we probably do. Okay, well... wasn't sure that I wanted it, but apparently I did. And we get Branded Warrior. Rage 4, Slay, apply Rage 3 to friendly units. We actually want to put him in front, because we want him to die so that the Rector Flicker can get him back. Yes, let's do that. You're not going to die this turn, but you're going to die a future turn. And he's going to slay that unit. Great. Next, we're going to play the Nexus Spike up here, which consumes, so it kills that one. And then we're done for the turn. Now then, the Wickless Tycoon is going on the second floor, and we'll probably descend him later. We can Dripfall a whole lot. A whole lot. Alright. Don't know if we need Kindle this turn. Let's see here. One of these has Spell Chain, so we might want to do Wickless Typhoon, Dripfall, Memento Mori. That's still only 3, so let's put the Kindle still back on top. Unless we want to use it to play Prismal Dust, which I don't care about yet. We have more Prismal Dusts. So. Oh, darn. This doesn't do any damage yet. I thought it would. I thought it would do 10 damage, but I was wrong. So. You're going to go here. We're probably going to descend you with Cave-In later. Then we're going to play a lot of these. Definitely on the boss. Ooh. I don't like the incant. How much do I actually want to play down here then? Do I want this guy to die? I do want him to die, but I don't want him to die to this one. So let's just play the holdover one. That way you don't gain too much attack, but you still kill him. Why are you taking 7 damage? Why are you taking 7 damage? Does one of these have something I don't know about? This is dealing 12. But that doesn't kill you? Oh, the melee weakness one. That's why. So you are taking damage from the boss. Ick. We don't want that. So we need to play another Drift Ball. Maybe we should play it on the boss. No, I want... It doesn't matter which one I play it on. It's the same either way. There we go. We do not play this one because we don't want the boss to gain more attack value. Now then, we get our Branded Warrior back, which is part of the reason I did that the way I did, because I wanted the Branded Warrior back. Okay, Lady of the Reformed is going at the top. Ho-ho, I want to play all of these. That's a problem. I can't play all of these. Are we playing Forever Consumed this turn? Probably. Alright, what are we not playing? What are we not playing this turn? We could not play the Kindle. But I want to play the Kindle. We could not play the Perils of Production, maybe? I want to play that too. Let's put the Lady of the Reformed on top. She's not doing anything this turn. Now then. Start with something that dies. So you are dying, which is fine. Do I want to play you here because of the rally? Maybe what I should do is descend you, because then this turn becomes a lot easier. Alright, let's descend the boss. Am I playing any spells at the bottom? Forever Consumed. Oh no. The ordering. Ordering is very hard here. Let's play Entombed Explosive at the bottom. Then we play Perils of Production on it. And then we play Kindle. And then we Drip Ball the boss. Now we're not playing anything else here. They're all dazed so you don't die. That's so funny. Alright. That means the Ember Drain too is happening. That's not good. Wait a minute. Something went very wrong there. Well, Morsel Maker is going to go here. And the Branded Warrior goes here. Yeah, Branded Warrior goes here. Forever Consumed does 270 damage to that unit. Okay, the Ember Drain 2 is really bad. I messed that up. I thought that unit was going to die. But everything was dazed, so it did not die. Choose a card to return. Well, considering that I only have one Ember, this should be easy. Engulfed in Smoke. Engulfed in Smoke or Ember Cache? Ember Cache. Ember Cache goes on top. We will play that next turn. This turn, with our 1, we're going to play Lady of the Reformed up here. down here, this guy's dying. We actually want that to happen. Could play the Branded Warrior down here. Don't dislike that. You are dying because the boss is hitting you for 30. 30. Ouch. Let's put a Dreg in front of you. You know, a Dreg in front of you means that he will consume the morsels, which is not exactly what I want. I could play this Dreg, and then the boss will kill it. Alright, play that Dreg. The boss will kill it. The boss is gaining attack value, which I do not like, but you know what? The boss is going to die because we have damage shield on our units. So, how much do I actually care about how much the boss has on it? You get a Dreg. That's important. And I have a card that we haven't drawn yet, right? That adds burnout to our units. The Wax and Spike. I drew it on the first turn, and I couldn't play it. Branded Warrior, I think we put at the bottom. Right here. And then I want to drip ball one of you. It does not matter which one, does it? It does not. And then I could play this and play Engulfed in Smoke, but if I did that, this would not die unless I play the Engulfed in Smoke here. Huh. I could play the Engulfed in Smoke there. Or I could play the Perils of Production here. No. I want to play Perils of Production here. He still dies, so we don't actually get the Ember Drain this time. And then Stealth 4 to our units here. Seems pretty nice. And we're dealing 105 damage to the boss this turn. I like that as well. We aren't killing all of the units as they come. Choose a card to return, difficult as usual. I'm playing Ember Cache this turn, playing Drip Ball this turn. I only have space for one of these, so I'm going to put this one on top. Everything's going fine here. You're dying, but that's okay. I actually want you to die, I think. The morsels are dying because everybody else has stealth. You are a problem. Could descend you. But if I descended you, then you might still be a problem. We will play this in front. Deal more damage there. So, what do you have? You've got Harvest. Triggers when a unit on this floor dies. So every time this dies, you're getting stronger. That's important. We are playing this one. It has Consume, so where we play it might matter. For example, how are you dying? This one does 30 damage, this one does 65, or 67, which is one less than your health. So playing a Consume card here is really nice. Because now you get 12 damage. Now then. We have Perils of Production, which we can play down here. And that means that I can play Prismal Dust on my champion, giving it damage shield. I like that damage shield on the champion. And then who gets drip balled? I guess you do because you're doing 12 times 2, which is worse than the other one. Okay. You know, fairly okay turn. fairly okay turn. Got 2 units back. I like when that happens. Now then, what are we doing? I guess it doesn't matter what we put back there because we're playing Excavated Ember somewhere. If we play it here, then you end up killing this one because of the consume. There we go. Now both of these units die. I like that. Up here, we need some help up here. A lot of help up here. We could cave in. This might be a good turn to do the cave in here. So all these units go down. If we did that, we would probably want to add 1 unit before we did so. Which, I don't know which unit I would add. Especially because that unit would go in the back. I want you to be up here. And I guess behind because this one has damage shield. You can go up here too. I like that. Forever Consumed will probably take that one out. Unless we want to use it down here, which might be good. Forever Consumed does 30 extra damage, though. Because we might want to play Prismal Dust this turn. Oh man, too many good options, honestly. Let's start with playing Perils of Production on one of the units that will die no matter what we do. We can play Memories of the Melted. You know what? Let's play Memories of the Melted after we play Forever Consumed. Yeah, so Forever Consumed up here. That deals a bunch of damage. And then we do Memories of the Melted in some place where we want 30 damage to happen, I guess here. And now we can play Prismal Dust down here to give damage shield. We can also do Cave In. So what are we caving in? This one? Or no, I'm thinking of Dripfall. What are we doing Dripfall on? You two are already dazed. You are the most damaging thing, so I think we Dripfall you. And then we play... We play a Branded Warrior here. Doesn't really matter where he goes, I guess. I guess here is the best. And then we Cave In to send all of these units to the bottom. Bam. Now, they don't all die. But they're all down here. And they're doing a good amount of damage. I will play this one here. And let's use Damage Shield on the front one, which is our champion. Okay. Also, that did 30 damage, so another one of them dies. Actually, 2 of them die. How about that? That was a very useful consume. Look at that money going up. I love how my money goes up every single time, even though I don't need money anymore. Money doesn't do anything for me at this point, but I'm still getting it. What are we not playing? What are we not playing? We're not playing the Wax and Spike this turn. We might play it next turn. You die somehow. How do you die? How do you die and he not, and that's when not die? Because... Oh, the Teeth of Gold, because I've got 2 morsel units down there, kills you. Oh, very nice. I like it. Don't really care if you go up a floor. Especially because if you went up 2 floors, you'd die due to jack strips, so no problems there. I guess what we do is we do Engulfed in Smoke down here. Let's do an Excavated Ember. No. Do I not want to do that? Because the Wax and Spike. We don't want that yet. Oh, 100 damage. Memento Mori does 100 damage? Huh. Memento Mori does 100 damage. Maybe we do play cards this turn. Alright, we're playing this card here. Does 30 damage. We are playing... We could play Holdover here. Yeah, let's do Holdover here. Move him down. He basically dies from jack strips. Oh, but this guy only gets 3. He dies from jack strips now. And then we could play another Dripfall. My word, we have so many of these. But what I want to do is 100 damage to the boss now. And play this. We'll play it behind this one. And we can even play this one here. We could play Wax and Spike. Huh. Didn't really consider doing that, but I think it's worthwhile. Anyway, 100 damage to the boss, just like that. And then we do... There's no reason to daze any of them, except for maybe this one. I think I'm going to do Engulfed in Smoke again. Engulfed in Smoke, and then Wax and Spike will add Burnout to you, and more attack value. Let's do it. Alright, that was a fairly good turn. The question is, do we just kill the boss with all of our stealth and damage shield immediately? That's the real question. Do we have to do anything else to win? We apparently don't have to do anything else to win. We just win. Alright, win. Of course, it's going to take a couple minutes for the boss to die, because we don't do an amazing amount of damage. The main problem that we're going to have with the Last Divinity, problem is going to be dying before we get to the Relentless phase. We have to be able to get to the Relentless phase of the Last Divinity. Once we get there, we win. But we have to get there. Victory! Keep moving on. We've got 300 gold, and we're going to have a lot more by the end of this. So now, where do we put our units? And what are we playing? I have too many things in my hand. I can't afford to play all of the things I have in my hand. That's what's concerning. I think the Wickless Tycoon is going to go at the top, maybe? Because the Lady of the Reformed is really good in the center. I'd love to get the Morsel Maker out first turn, because that just makes everything easier. They have Damage Shield 1. Ooh, that makes it really hard to kill them. Maybe the Wickless Tycoon is going to be at the bottom. So Oh, I'm not playing Ember Cache. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put Ember Cache on top. The Rector Flicker, I don't know where we're putting. The Wickless Tycoon is going at the bottom, along with probably a Morsel Maker. Or actually, the Morsel Maker would be good with the Rector Flicker. If we put the Morsel Maker in front, it just dies. We actually want units to die. I need to remember this. We actually do want units to die. So I want the Paraffin Thug at the bottom, with a drag in front of it. That's what I want. We're not going to play the Lady of the Reformed this turn. We are going to play Rector Flicker in the center. And we're probably going to play the Morsel Maker behind it. Rail Beater. Ooh. We could play Rail Beater in front. I actually like that, because that melee weakness is very good. Okay. And then the Morsel Maker goes behind, and you keep the Rail Beater up on his attack and defense. Okay. This is a start. It's a start. That's all I can say about it so far, though. Let's see if it actually works. Not sure. Luckily, everybody gets dazed all the time. That's helpful. I don't want Cave-In yet, but Cave-In can go in the discard. Kindle might be good to keep around for now. We could get a bunch this turn, but there's no point in getting a bunch of Ember this turn. Now, you're dying. Don't like that you're dying. Let's put somebody in front of you to die in your place. The Wickless Tycoon, we can't actually fit. Although... Ooh, do we want to descend all of these units? I maybe should not have placed this, because we can't descend all 6 of these to the bottom. Man, I should not have played this first. I should have played that last. I feel like that was a mistake. We are playing Ember Cache. Ember Cache makes it so that you die faster, or you actually do die. Hard choices. No matter what's happening, we're playing Perils of Production here. Now we've got 5. We're going to play Ember Cache. Is there an important place for us to play Ember Cache? The bottom. The bottom gets Ember Cache. You know what? I should not worry about these units dying. We've got Rector Flicker. Yeah, units dying is fine. I need to get used to units dying is fine mentality. Engulfed in Smoke is not very important. Wickless Tycoon could go at the top, just deal 20 damage, and take things out that get there. Engulfed in Smoke. Do we want Engulfed in Smoke here? Probably not. Do we want it at the bottom? Yeah, why not? Engulfed in Smoke at the bottom. So you will die due to burnout, but you are engulfed in smoke now. Units dying is okay. Have to remember that. That's what the remnants do. The units die, and it's okay that they die. They actually get better after they die. Now then, what are we not playing this turn? We are not playing Memories of the Melted. Alright, but What else are we not playing? Because that one's not important. We are playing Nexus Spike for sure. We're playing Drip Fall for sure. Are we playing Forever Consumed? We could. Forever Consumed isn't bad. Don't like that you are gaining health. That's not good. We're playing Forever Consumed. We're playing Kindle. We're playing Nexus Spike. We're playing Prismal Dust. Playing Drip Fall. We're only playing one Prismal Dust this turn. Okay, Prismal Dust goes on top. There we go. Now, next decisions. Playing the Forever Consumed essentially last. We want to play Kindle first. Kindle consumes, which means it matters where we play it. If we play it here, he takes 30 damage. Don't mind that. Take 30 damage. There we go. Now more of them die. Nexus Spike also consumes. We've got a lot of things that consume. Do we want to consume something down here? Yes, but later, maybe? We want to consume Nexus Spike. There we go. Now all of you are dying, he's gaining 21 health. That's really nice. Let's think about what we're doing down here. We can do Holdover to make you dazed. I really like that. I want to use the Entombed Explosive. There's no reason not to put the Rail Beater down here. Let's put the Rail Beater right here. And then use Drip Fall on you. And then Prismal Dust. Where are we doing Prismal Dust? Probably on our Paraffin Thug, I would think. Either that or the Reactor Flicker. Reactor Flicker is not as good because the 5x2 from the boss every turn. Yeah. Let's do Prismal Dust on you. You took the damage from that, which was important because you're burning out anyway. Next, you. Where do we want you? Probably here. Probably there. Yep, right there. Memories of the Melted is going to happen later. We're going to do 30 more damage to you right now. It just does 30 damage, but 30 damage is quite nice. You keep doing 20 damage to the boss at the top. I like that. Remember, we will win against the boss. The question is whether we will survive before we get to the relentless phase of the boss. That's the main problem. Choose a card to return. The hardest question always. What card do we return? We're not playing 2 Prismal Dust this turn, but we could play the one that doesn't have Frozen. Memento Mori we could return. What about Memento Mori being returned? Sure. Memento Mori, we're going to play you next turn. This turn, we basically want you to die as soon as we can. We're going to play some things. Do any of them have Consume? We're going to play a Consume spell. You only get 65 damage. That's terrible. let's put this in front to deal you a bunch of damage. And then we can also put this one out to do a bunch of damage. I like the damage shield on that one. The quick is pretty nice right here, actually. Burn out too quick. Let's put him in the center. What are we descending? You are enchanting to give spikes 3. We will definitely drip fall somebody. I guess we're going to drip fall the Clipped Guardian. We can drip fall multiple of them. But I guess this one first. Heralds of Production on you. Let's do... This one has Spell Chain. Maybe what we do is we add a whole bunch of Dazed to this one. Whole bunch of Dazed to this one thing. And then we're going to do this Primal Dust right here on our champion. Which has stealth, but still, he's the one that gets it. And then what? You actually don't kill him, which is kind of sad. That was sort of my plan, was to have you kill him, and it failed. Because he gets to harvest several times, which is not what we wanted. Oh well. This turn, what are we doing? Wax and Spike might be amazing this turn. The Cave-In might be amazing this turn. Actually, it doesn't matter. We've got... Hey, show. Select. We've got the Excavated Embers. So I probably want to Cave-In to put these units at the bottom. Do I want to play a unit there before I do? Like the Dreg, maybe? I don't know, the Dreg is okay. It has Burnout. But you know what? What I really want to do is put these Burnout units up here. Oh, but you've got the sweep up here. Never mind. It's always hard to make decisions. Well, where do we want the 30 damage to go? Up here. 30 damage to you. Do another 30 damage to you. Now you die. Next. We can descend. I'm just trying to think of what we put down there when we descend. Do we even descend? Because we can only have 7 units. The 7-unit limit is kind of part of the problem here. Still, I think we want to descend. So the Rail Beater goes here. And then we Cave-In. Cave-In everything here. Cave-In. Bam. Alright. So now, everybody's down here, but only one of you is dying. That's fine. Memento Mori will do a fair amount of damage. The Burnout Quick, I'm kind of want to put here. The Entombed Explosive we want to put here. Now what? We're playing Wax and Spike, I guess, on these units. Because we don't want to add Burnout to all of you. We're not playing Prismal Dust. Memento Mori does 90. Would that allow us to kill you faster? I mean, otherwise we do 90 to the boss. Okay, let's see what happens. You get 26 damage now. That's something. Next. We actually probably want you to die. Probably. Because then you get stronger. And we can cave in somebody else to the bottom later. So who are we making dazed this turn? We could daze the ones that are already dazed. And let him kill you. Or we could let you burn out on your own. We're going to daze this one again. So he's just going to be very dazed. And then we daze you again. And then we daze you again. And then we're going to do this up here. So this guy lasts longer. And we'll see if we can put somebody in front of him so that he survives next turn. I do like that we did some damage to the mini-boss down there, because we really have to do something about that mini-boss. I don't know what we're going to do. What are we putting on top? Doesn't matter, because we have all of these. Now then, what are we doing on this floor? We're playing Excavated Ember, which kills one. Playing Excavated Ember, which kills one. Alright, what are we doing on this floor? I guess we're playing Excavated Ember down here, too. Forever consumed. Wow. Alright. How much damage shield do we need? Because the Forever Consumed can almost take this out. And it will take it out if we play Memories of the Melted. Let's do Forever Consumed right here. That was really nice. And then we can get a whole bunch of Ember back by doing this. Oh, we did incant a couple times, which was dumb. Shouldn't have done that. You've got Damage Shield 3. So if you go in front here, that would be good. You can add Burnout to Burnout units, which is good. So let's have you go there. And then you, we actually want you to die. So go in the front so that you die. Excellent. You are giving what? You're giving Multi-Strike. Ooh, that's bad. That's real bad. So, who's dazed? We need to daze you. Yeah. And then Prismal Dust is going to go on our Paraffin Thug. He's going to get 13 damage shield. There we go. Don't like that one Calyptic Guardian is getting to the top, but what are you gonna do? He's getting up there. We might still be able to defeat him with all of our burnout units. Choose a card to return. The hardest decision. The hardest of decisions. I'm not going to do Cave In this turn, but I really might do it next turn, so let's put that on top. You're not dying. How are you not dying? Oh, you have Stealth 1. Well, Stealth 1 is annoying. But Stealth 1 is not a problem because he'll kill you. If he survives. Memento Mori does 130 damage, which we might want to do down here. But honestly, we should do it here. 130 damage. Right? Actually, you've got Dazed 3. So when you get to the Pyre, Pyre gets to attack you twice. Not enough for me. But maybe we're not going to do Memento Mori on you. Maybe we'll just do a couple of consumes. Yeah, let's do a consume here. Descend friendly units. We could descend him down now. I actually like that. Let's descend the units here. There we go. You are stealthy, but you are not stealthy, so you're taking the damage. And what else can we do? Can't really play anything here. So maybe we put this at the top? I like that. Put that at the top with a rail beater. They'll just deal some damage to the boss and any units that get there. We can play Engulfed in Smoke down here. Let's play Perils of Production. Let's Dazed somebody. Let's Dazed you. Engulfed in Smoke and Forever Consumed. And Memento Mori. Yeah. Alright. Add stealth to my units. Memento Mori to do 130 damage. Forever Consumed to do another 120 damage. Memento Mori is getting really good. And we've got 400 gold, by the way. We haven't gained as much as we have in other battles, but we have gained a bunch of gold this battle. Great. What are we putting on top? The hardest of questions. Always the hardest of questions. Maybe one of the Perils of Production, because we don't need that much for Forever Consumed. Yeah. You both are dying already. I kind of like playing this Entombed Explosive up there, or it could go here. Actually, going here is quite nice. Yeah, go there. You guys are killing the morsels. You know, the stealth doesn't work very well with the morsel maker. It's kind of sad. The Memento Mori kills you effectively. Perils of Production. Yeah, Perils of Production here. This does 210 damage. Well, what else are we doing? You're fine. You're taking 161, and then you'll get here, and then you'll die. So that's fine. That's solved. So I guess we do Driftfall here. Driftfall here. I don't care that you guys are incanting if you're just going to be dazed, you know? And then we do Memento Mori and Forever Consume. There we go. We've got 2 waves remaining. We've done almost no damage against the boss, but we have pretty effectively taken out everything else. And honestly, with the damage shield on our units, we might not have a problem with the boss. I'm not sure. So, what else do we do? Engulfed in Smoke? I like Engulfed in Smoke. I think we're not doing a cave-in this turn. Yeah, not doing a cave-in this turn. You're dying and you're burning out. I guess we just do more damage to the boss by putting those explosives at the top. You are dying because you have Extinguish. We could stop that from happening by playing one of them here. Either way, we're playing Perils of Production here. That's easy. Another Perils of Production. Next, 300 damage. Okay. I think that some units are going to die. We do want to drip fall some units. Don't care about most of those, so let's drip fall the ones down here. So you're dazed. And then you are dazed. Why are you still dying? Oh, because of the boss, of course. Right. Can we drip fall the boss? Yes, we can. Alright. So now you die, but you don't, and you deal your 23 damage, which is nice. I probably want Engulfed in Smoke here. Engulfed in Smoke here. Where am I doing the Forever Consumed? I guess we could do it here. Let's put these up here. No reason to do Engulfed in Smoke up there, so we're probably going to do it here. So there's the Engulfed in Smoke. And then Forever Consume is just going to totally destroy that front unit. Which means I should not have dazed them. I really wish my units did more damage overall. That would be the most effective change from what we have. Have my units do more damage. I'm going to return... Ooh. This is the... Alright, this is the Relentless phase. We're actually already winning. So I don't need to care about what we're doing. However, we're not going to have this Weight of Contrition. We're going to use Memento Mori. And we're going to play this up here. Great. Let's win. I didn't really know what I was doing with this deck. Definitely the deck that I've had the most X cost cards. I felt confident about beating bosses. I did not feel confident about everything else that was happening. And we end with 510 gold. Yes. All right. That was my first run with the Melted Rembrandt. Oh my gosh, I said that wrong. That was my first run with the Melting Remnant. And I won on Covenant Rank 8. My first time on Covenant Rank 8 too, of course. Covenant Rank 9, your Pyre takes 20 damage at the start of the run. That basically doesn't cause me any problems. We have Divine Mastered 15 more cards. Wonderful. The Melting Remnant moves to level 2. Subsuming Blade, Piercing, deal 5 damage. Slay, increase damage by 3 permanently. I like it. I want that card. Flicker's Liquor. When you play a unit, a random card in your hand is reduced to 0 until played or discarded. I like that too. Melting Remnant makes it to level 3. Resin Removal. Remove all debuff effects from friendly units and all buff effects from enemy units. Does that make your Burnout units survive? I think Burnout is a debuff. Extinguish abilities trigger an additional time. That would have been very nice with the explosion enemies, or the explosion monsters we had. Level 4. Legion of Wax. Extinguish. Summon 2 Twin of Wax and apply this unit's upgrades and stat changes. So they basically split into 2 units. Interesting. Crushing Demise. Kill a random non-boss enemy unit. Kill a random friendly unit. That's actually really good. Yeah, that's actually really good. The Umbra makes it to level 6. We get the Ember Forge, plus 2 Ember per turn. It's a unit that takes up 3 slots, which is problematic, but plus 2 Ember per turn. Pretty nice. Mask of Penumbra? Wait a minute, we've seen this artifact before. We saw this in a run, and we didn't pick it. How is this unlocked? We already had the chance to get it. I don't believe that this was locked. Nonsense, I say. Alright, Divine mastered a bunch of cards. I mean, these are the mastered ones. Divine mastered. There we go. So, our win streak went up to 5 wins in a row. And the deck size on victory. The largest is 26. My previous best was 25. Just a slight improvement. I really like the 510 gold at the end, which gave me 510 points. Nice. Alright, that's it for today. Next time, we will be playing with one of the alternate champions that I've already unlocked. Don't know which one. In this run, Umbra leveled to level 6, and Melting Remnant gets the fast track up to level 4, earning 3 levels this episode. I Divinity mastered 15 new cards, all of which were mastered for the first time. I now have more than 100 cards mastered, and naturally, the Train Steward is not one of them. Looking at enemies, I complete 2 more of the 59 enemies I've discovered. Both the Clergyman and the Gilded Wing make it to 100 kills, where I stop counting. I've now completed a total of 3 enemies. Goodbye, Clergyman and Gilded Wing. You have been checked off my list. On the left, I am choosing to highlight 2 cards I had never played with before. Rector Flicker is the champion for the Melting Remnant, and I used his ability of harvesting and reforming quite often in this run. Prismal Dust, I had 3 of these in my deck, and they acted as my primary means of defeating each of the bosses I encountered. For artifacts, I played with Jack Strips my first time, and it was better than I expected. Since I had Drip Falls and Cave In to descend enemies, I was able to increase the number of times Jack Strips poked a single enemy. Trader's Quill makes it past the 10 battle threshold, and was quite useful with the large number of consume cards I played each battle. If you'd like to see more, check out my detailed tracking sheet, link in the video description. New episodes every Saturday, and thanks for watching.